Welcome to Kenpo University. My name is Al Babinick and I'm your instructor. We're talking about example techniques. And an example technique is clutching feathers. All right? So in clutching feathers, the person grabs your hair with their left hand so they can punch your righty. So you pin their hand because you don't want them ripping your hair out, right? So you pin their hand, step back, turn, and you hit to that nerve to make them open their hand, right? So it doesn't matter if we're doing that against a hair grab or not. And this is what I mean by an example technique. Let's say that you had a necklace on, okay? Very expensive necklace, or sentimental, means something to you. If somebody starts grabbing it, you don't want them ripping the necklace off you, just like you don't want them ripping your hair out. So it would be the same: pin, step back, and then unwind. Now, if they're grabbing with the right hand, you have to do it on the other side, okay? So if they're grabbing with the right hand, you'd have to go, oh, pin, step, chamber, and then unwind with this middle knuckle. And then you could peel their hand off or just continue to hit them. The other way you could look at it is lone kimono. Lone kimono is basically the same exact technique, just lower. So lone kimono, he's got your shirt, and he's twisting and pulling in and yelling at you and stuff like that. Well, it's, oh, okay, I still want to get away from the backup weapon, but I still pin, step, cock, and then unwind. I just break his arm from underneath. When I break his arm from underneath, or at least hyperextend his elbow, is it going to make him open his grab? Yes, it is. All right? So these are just examples of what you can do. So when you go through Kenpo, you see some of these techniques and you might go, that's not going to happen, or who's going to grab my hair? I don't have any hair. I don't need to learn this technique. How do I not get hit? How do I not get my hair ripped out, my necklace ripped off, my watch taken away from me? Okay? So an excellent example, because I'm talking about the watches, an excellent example of an example technique is the handshake techniques, right? Everybody always makes fun of the deadly handshake where we're doing this, but what if somebody's just grabbing your wrist and trying to pull you, or they're grabbing your wrist to steal your watch or try to take your watch, or bracelets or whatever that you got on, right? So if they come up and they're trying to grab you by the wrist, it's the same thing as a handshake. It's just, when are they going to punch you? Are they coming back, or are they just throwing the punch? Do I do a duck version of a handshake technique, or do I do the, oh, I've got time version? Okay? So the handshake techniques are just examples, and you could do them as handshakes, but they're just examples of think this through, use your noggin, right? Think this through and say, what else could I use this for? Right? What else can I use this for? As Kenpo people, we have to think. Thank you for watching this video production from Kenpo University.